Had to restart. My daughter was looking for some chocolate. So that'll give me even more time to get a little fucked up. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm trying to think. See, I wish I was on a chat thing so someone could tell me, yep, this is what you were talking about. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. High school sports. I don't know if it's still like this in high school, but I know when I was an athlete in high school, and pretty much my grades were handed to me. I didn't really do any actual homework. I did when I was junior varsity, but once you hit that varsity status, so pretty much when I was a sophomore, you didn't have to do shit anymore. You didn't have to, teachers would kind of take you off to the side and be like, well, pretend that you're doing this. In my political science class, I felt so bad. There was this group of, supposed to be 4 of us. It was 3 guys and me, and they were doing something about I think it was maybe about Charles Manson or something like that, and they did like a Maury show kind of off take, and it was really funny, but I had nothing to do with it. But I got an A on the project anyways, even though those guys could have said, hey, she had nothing to do with it. Well, I didn't, because I was at diving practice. So, circle back to, let me know on Facebook, what actor or actress do you really, really miss? Like, who could you just watch for hours and hours and hours and it never gets old? Because I know whenever I watch Robin Williams stuff, my husband says, oh, it gets old. I don't know how you can watch that. It gets old. It never gets old for me. I wasn't like a huge Mork and Mindy fan, and his stand-up wasn't my favorite. But like in the later parts of his years, I just fucking hilarious. And it's kind of like the sad clown complex, where you may try to make everybody happy, but you're really sad inside. And I'm going to describe my neighborhood to you. So, when I moved, there's this big mound thing. I forgot what they call it. It's got plants and a little fucking tree and some bushes and a little bird feeder. And it's like a little mound. And it's got wood chips all over it. Like a tiny little hill. And I don't know what it's called. Someone told me one time, but I don't remember. But I'd like it gone. And if anybody knows how much it costs to get that gone, I'm totally cool with getting that gone. Some really cute dogs walking up the street. Christ. Oh, you know what? Another thing, tell me on Facebook, hot tub or no hot tub? Because I think the people who lived here before me, I know the people who lived here before me had a hot tub. We're only the second owners. And they got a hot tub hookup. They even got the little privacy corner fence to where you put the hot tub. And I would love to have a hot tub, but my husband's against it. And I said, well, no hot tub, but I'm putting up a fence. Well, you don't want to put up a fence because then people think you're rude. Who thinks that other people that put up a fence are rude? Because, maybe someday I want to have a dog run out in my yard and not go in other people's yard and piss and shit all over their yard, which is a respectable thing to do. But on the other end, say you're not a dog owner, or, I love dogs just as long as I don't have one. I can't stand, so I have, and tell me about this on Facebook too, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm one of the crazy asshole cat people. So I have signs, one on the side of my yard towards the street, and one in the front of my yard towards the street. And they say, there's a circle with like a dog peeing and, the line through it, and said, please stay off or whatever. And I saw this fucking lady letting her dog piss on my yard. It wasn't even the curb or anything. Right in my yard. And I wanted so bad to say something, but I just moved here. So I ain't trying to start no fights yet. I don't want to make it an uncomfortable living situation. Right now I got some pretty decent neighbors. Pretty good ones, actually. The people behind me and the people off to the left of me. Yeah, to the left of me. There's people across the street. But the people next to them they have that flag. You know the one I'm talking about. The MAGA flag with Trump as like his muscles out and his like the fucking Rambo pose and shit. I will never fucking talk to those people. They just sound like assholes. Like it's really, really, really bad to say that. Like, God, it sounds so judgmental, but I'm too fucking old to not be judgmental. I can't be the fucking kumbaya, I love everybody bullshit. It's just, I can't. Society and everything and everyone in this world has made me this bitter asshole that I am. And I don't know if I love it or hate it, but I can't hold back anymore. And I think if they, if they came over and introduced themselves to me and they're decent people, yeah, I have a lot of Trump friends, MAGA friends. I think they're crazy, but just because we have political, we started out as friends. So I'm not going to let this asshole who wears his pants backwards divide me and my friend, because he's just a fucking clown. So I'm not going to let him divide me and my friends. Now, if we weren't friends before him, then I could probably not be your friend and be okay with it. Like, I could be your neighbor and not, and be okay with not ever talking to you. We live in fucking white America. I think we have 3 cops within a 2-block radius. So, heavily white patrolled. I had a birthday party a couple weeks ago and had a couple of black friends here, and I was like, oh, get out before it gets dark. They'll fucking pull you over. I always tell my brother, don't what is it? I say, don't DWB. Don't drive while black. And he thinks it's funny. I'm like, but it's true. It's serious. Don't do it. Not around fucking white America suburbs. I don't want to see any of my friends going to jail or get shot up by cops because they came to my house. Never fucking forgive myself. But what am I going to do? Not ever invite any of my black friends over? Fuck that. Everybody says, oh, I live in a free country last time I checked. So do I. And that means I can have my black friends over without my white neighbors staring at me. Like it's, my black and brown friends out there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this world fucking sucks. It's, I know I'm not directly at fault for it, but I guarantee some of my ancestors probably are. And, I can't make up for that, and I can't make reparations for that, and if I could, I would, but I can't. The funny thing is they'll never pass, like, a reparations thing for African Americans, and they should, because if you're taken from your home and enslaved to another country, then that country makes you free, and now you're free to do whatever you want, but you have nothing, because as a slave, they gave you food or somewhere to eat or, a good whip. And I'm being totally sarcastic about that. But, so they're like, okay, go off into this country and find your way in the world. Well, I think I'd need a little money for that. I don't know about you, but I would definitely pay tax on a reparation fee. Absolutely. But I am not going to sit here and watch Roe versus Wade be overturned. If you're going to tell women that they have to do, whatever the government says to their bodies, then we need to make that shit equal. We need to equalize that bullshit. I know. Let's bring over some Raider fans to the Supreme Court house. Let's equalize this bullshit. But they should talk about men having to get sterilized after like 1 or 2 kids. It's fair. There's not even really fair for that. There are women out there that can't have kids, would do anything to have a kid, but yet there's people who don't want kids. See, I'm just so caught on this. This is why I'm pro-choice, is because there are people in this world who are not meant to be parents and never should be. But there are also people in this life who are meant to be parents who can't be. And it's incredibly unfair. And what do you say to people that, you know what, I never should have been a parent, but I am one, and my kids are still alive. They're still eating and breathing and have clothes on them and have a nice roof over their head. And I never should have been a parent. It's a fucked up thing. And then people that should have been parents can't be parents. It's like my sister. My sister can't be a parent. And growing up, is for as big as bitch as she was still pretty motherly. Tried to hand down punishment like mom. Didn't ever work, but I understood now that I'm older. I understood what place it was coming from. But, I'm not really feeling too messed up right now. I'm starting to smoke a lot of cigarettes. That's usually a sign. Maybe I'll continue on for another 15 minutes and then we'll dive into the bottomless pit of my soul about who did what and what I'm not going to do about it. No, I'm the better person for it. But that's definitely something we should do. So that's maybe what my next 15 minutes will be of going live is what, who are you in my life and what did you do to be there? And who am I to you? I'd like to know that. I don't ever hear enough I'm not the type of person to ask you, what did you think when you met me? It's like, when people meet me, they just meet me. And sometimes they don't even remember meeting me. I'm just show up one day, and I'm in your circle of friends. And boom, there I am. I don't know how I got there. You don't know how I got there. Oh well, let's be friends. But, you know what? I'll end this one. Give me a good 10 more minutes. I'll come back on. Things should be a little bit more interesting. I thought they'd be a little bit more interesting by now. I'm starting to slur a little bit. But if I'm still conscious about that type of stuff. So what? I took the sleep aid about 30 minutes ago. I thought it would kick in a lot sooner. But give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back.